I want you to read about resistance. I want you to really get into what the fuck resistance is. Resistance is invisible. And once you read that and you understand how your mind works, when it broke it down. Like I said, when I read the Anthony Robbins thing, a lot of that made sense, but a lot of it was repetitive, and either it's going to stick or it's not, and 30% of the time it don't stick. This shit sticks. If you look at the right on writing, sticks. This shit sticks with you, and this is, man, I get 1,000 fucking emails a day. Thank you. Dante Gazzini always sends emails. I read his letters, but I got a lot of emails from people on different Gmail accounts and shit, and people are stuck. People are fucking stuck. Now, again, bro, get a notebook. Start writing it down. You want to get off those pills? You want to get off that heroin? You want to get off the blow? It took me a year of writing how much I hated fucking life for me to finally get off the powder. And I know that 20% of it was the shit I was writing in that notebook. I looked at that notebook 3 years later, and I not just threw it away. A lot of notebooks you just throw away.
Okay.
I ripped the covers off it, and I cut each page with scissors into tiny things because I never wanted anyone to ever read what I went through that year before I quit cocaine. The things that were on that paper were truth, a lot of truth, which isn't pretty.
That's really dark, dude. Like you cut every page.
Every January I would start. Every January 1 I would get 2 notebooks because I know I would go through 2 notebooks and I would name them that year.
Okay.
And in 2007, the year I got off blow, I threw that notebook away when I moved to the Valley, which was 2009. And when I was like, maybe I'll keep this. Maybe I'll keep this. Who knows? And when I started reading it, I said, not only do I not want to keep this, I don't want to see this again, because this was if somebody read this, just by reading this, they give this to the authorities and make them come get me just to do they'd probably take my shoelaces and fucking put me in a black cell. I swear to God.
5150 or whatever that is.
The shit I was writing those last 8 months before that summer when I was doing heroin.
Oh.
The shit I would write at night when I was doing heroin was so sad. Was just my bitter guts of what I thought about myself, why I was doing the drug, and then it got goofier and goofier, how I was going to stop snorting coke by doing the heroin. And then then it was that fucking weekend in November. And if you look at the week before I quit coke, instead of writing a page and a half, I was writing like 4 pages.
This is how you remember everything. This is crazy. I never knew you did all this.
You have to write when you wake up in the morning, and then midday you have to finish the other side of the page and explain how your day went, what your expectations were, what you didn't really do. If you really stick to this and you keep 3 years at a time and you look back and you fucking will throw it away. Unless you're just like gambling and making millions or you're in the stock market. But to see the guts, what you were writing when you were struggling, is something I would never publish it. Even now, I'll look at in July, I'll look at last year's.
How honest are you in them? Like, is it hard to be brutally honest? Do you lie to yourself sometimes?
No. Well, I'm like, they're not memoirs, and it's not a diary with a lock on it. You know what I'm saying? Remember 20 years, people, I'm like, I write in my diary every day. And then everybody would steal your fucking diary and you crack it. And people would steal your diary and you'd be in there talking about how you like fucking candy canes or something. No, this is when I wake up in the morning. My morning writing is about when I wake up in the morning. If I'm angered about something, I write it out. And why I should be angered and how I would resolve the situation early in the morning. You ever wake up angry, Lisa?
Yes.
This is what you do.
Oh, my God.
And it's a lot better if you smoke a joint. This morning, I didn't wake up angry. I woke up really rested. And when I started writing this morning, I went on fire because I don't know why. Once I saw Mercy and I started talking to my wife, I drank some coffee and I was going fucking bananas. But I've been sticking to my writing plan. 6 days a week, 2 paragraphs a day. I've been sticking to it, man. On its own, Lee. It just pops up. It's the weirdest thing. It just pops up now. It took me 4 years of fucking writing to get to this. And if you read The War of Art, that's what it tells you.
What do you mean it just pops up?
To make sure you sit down and write every day. It took me 4 years now. Now, for some reason, boom. Next thing you know, I got 1 paragraph down. Next thing you know, I'm blending the 2 paragraphs together. Next thing you know, I add a 3rd one. Next thing you know, I look at the clock. It's 10 to 5. Let me add my sentences for tomorrow. Let me start the outline for tomorrow. And boom, I close the computer and I'm done for the fucking day. And the next day, I have my day proportioned so I know exactly when I'm going to hit that fucking thing. It's really weird how it doesn't become an addiction, but it becomes an automatic response now. Just because I read that stupid War of Art, because I wasn't sitting down. That book forced me to sit down. Stop bullshitting yourself. The only way you're going to learn to write is by writing. The only way you're going to write your goals is by writing your goals every day. So you find a niche in your day, and you write at that niche, and all of a sudden you get I wouldn't write my book in the morning when I wake up. My head's too fucked up. There's no way. So in the morning I write jokes. That's when my head's fucked up. That's how I want to write a joke. When it's not really me. It's somebody else that woke up after 22,000 milligrams of edibles and an anxiety pill and fucking joints, and I swang a bat and a protein powder.
But you're not fighting yourself and trying to write it at 10 p.m.
No, I'm not chasing the goat no more. No. I'm not pulling the Weight Watchers while I'm eating fruit at night to beat the fucking points. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit.
I feel like I'm going to get really pissed off at myself when I read this book.
Yes. The time I read it a couple weeks ago, I thought a lot about you when I read this book. Because we all we're lacking something. The reason why we're not where we are is because we're lacking a certain element in our lives. And I'm no better than you guys. This is why I read this shit. I don't read this shit because I'm King Farouk and I'm the smart. I was Phi Kundalum Dam, whatever that shit is. What are you, Phi Kundalum, whatever, when you're the smartest person in the school? Phi Beta Cap is one.
Yeah, cum laude.
Cum laude, yeah, whatever.
And sum cum laude, whatever. I wasn't any of them.
No, I could tell. He fucking went to see fucking Bad Santa too.